Right, everybody out there, we're doing this for society. All right, Zoe.
3 times.
Really touch it. Really touch it. Barely touched it.
Okay. Is there anybody here with us?
Oh, what the?
No.
Disappointing.
Ask it one more. Ask it one more.
Is the Ouija board even real, I guess? Oh.
That wasn't even a question, was it?
Not really.
A.
What?
Back.
Seriously? No.
You guys are screwing around with me.
I'm done.
Screwing around with me.
What?
What the hell?
Who's doing that?
What?
How is that even possible?
It's
Seriously?
the Z. No.
What?
It's not spelling my name,
Oh,
right?
Zoe!
It's
It's
okay.
not
I
spelling
think
my name.
it's all right.
You're talking to you, Zoe.
No. Wait. Z?
Z?
No. It can't be spelling.
Oh, that's even worse.
It's.
That's
Zo-
even.
Zozo, I'm done.
I'm done. I'm out.
I'm out of here.
Ever felt like the world doesn't make sense? Like there's a hidden layer of reality just waiting to be uncovered? From the mysteries of the universe and mind-bending science theories to the strange patterns of human history and the whispers of hidden truths, we're here to question everything. Come fall down the Sado Hole and see just how deep the rabbit hole goes, because the truth is often stranger than fiction.
Welcome to Down the Sado Hole. I'm Johnny.
I'm Zoe.
I am Nathan Sado. And obviously, as you can tell, well, for those that are listening only,
That's a good idea.
yeah,
Don't forget about those people.
we're doing a special Halloween episode.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween! And then obviously those on YouTube that are actually watching us could tell right away that this is a Halloween episode. We're all dressed up. Johnny is some sort of...
I'm just a nice guy. I'm just a nice guy.
some sort of devilish man. Zoe?
I'm a witch.
Yeah, she is. She's not. That's my niece. She's not a witch. She's a very nice person.
You?
I am a punk, and punk is not dead.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, let's start talking about Halloween. Nathan?
Yes, Halloween. Okay. Where do we want to start? We're going to talk about all sorts of topics around Halloween. I think that's the plan.
I have a list here of Halloween characters.
Halloween characters. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean by that?
Well, this is the list that AI gave me, which starts off with Michael Myers.
Oh, so you're talking movies.
It could be
and-
anything. They got Michael Myers, Annie Wilkes, they got Frankenstein.
Okay, who do you think is from based on your memories? What do you think is the scariest character?
The
around
clowns
Halloween.
from.
I know this is my fault. This is my
What
fault.
are you talking about? You're not talking about it, are you?
No, I'm talking about from
It's the clowns from what is that?
outer space. It's like the 80s.
Oh, the killer clowns
Killer
from outer
Clowns
space.
from Outer Space.
That's what it was.
That's an old
Scariest
school classic.
movie ever. I still
Yes.
have nightmares to this day about that movie.
That's right. I got in trouble for that.
Yeah,
Oh, did you?
I got in a
I'm
little trouble for that.
terrified
Well,
of that movie.
And I thought it was a corny movie, but I should have thought, yeah.
I was
Bad problem.
too little. I was too little.
Do you remember when Johnny and I were growing up? Our dad, your grandpa, loved scary movies and used to have us watch some of them. Do
Yeah.
you remember some of the scariest ones from back in the day?
Well, the one that scared me the most, Pet Sematary.
Pet Cemetery definitely was scary.
And another one for me was The Hand.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
That was
the other day.
That was the one that
The Hand.
traumatized me the most. I don't think
That's
you
the
were awake
one
to watch
where
it.
it gets cut off or something on the
It goes
road,
right in the car,
and
yeah.
then it goes and it starts killing people, right?
Goes around and
all by
starts
itself.
choking people. I don't even know the premise of the show besides that, because I would never watch it again. If it came on TV, I would be like, hell no. Even now, I would never watch that TV show.
I think my
And maybe it would fix everything, all my problems, but maybe fix all my problems. But I still haven't watched it. I still have never seen the movie. I just remember scenes of it that were so scary. And Mom and Dad telling me when they came home from going out or something, they were out with everybody, that I was sitting on the floor, sitting with my babysitter, watching TV. And my eyes were just wide open.
yeah.
We were at Grandma's house.
Yeah.
We were at Grandma's.
For me, it's what would it be? I think it would probably be Poltergeist.
Yeah, that's another
Was
horrific
super
movie.
scary for me. I never wanted to look under my bed. I didn't want any type of stuffed animal visible while I could sleep because I
Made you
was
close
pretty
the
sure it
damn
was going to
closet
come
door,
to
too.
life. Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy about
Go
that
into
show?
the light,
I think
into the
everybody
light.
I think everybody on that show died some mysterious ways.
I don't
Almost
know if
every person.
everybody did, but I think there has.
I think
there
it's
was some-
everybody. I think almost everybody's dead now on that show.
We'd have to fact check that. I feel like there's a couple people that might have died since, or maybe what happened is
No,
somebody got
okay.
hurt or killed
No, I think it was this.
on scene, right?
No, I
On
think
set?
if I remember right, it was the little girl, the actress that played the little girl died. And
On
she
set?
she was the one that was taken by the ghosts in Poltergeist.
Yeah.
She was taken. That actress died. It was like right after the movie. In some weird way. It was like she was screwing around with the other side and, talking crap, and they came back and took her. That was like what they were talking about I remember from the 80s. I was a little kid. This is how I played the story in my head, of watching, but it was in the news.
I'll have to look that.
I'm going to look it up right
You
now.
can look it up. What about? Oh no, yours was. Did you guys ever watch It? Right.
Yeah.
That was super scary for me too because of the clowns, but it was super scary. I'm trying to think of some other scary movies.
I think Killer Clowns from Outer Space only scared me because the cotton candy cocoons, and I love cotton candy. And I just never wanted to be in a cotton candy cocoon.
I don't even remember that
I'm
part.
trying to remember.
They get all spun up in these pink cotton candy cocoons and they suck the blood out of them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can remember
Was-
that. I remember that scene now.
I remember there was a story or some sort of theory. It was probably fake years ago, and I don't even remember when it was, but where there was a bunch of
Killer Clowns?
candy corn that was poisoned.
Oh.
And kids were dying or getting sent to the hospital and stuff because this whole allotment or lot of candy corn got tainted.
Doesn't that happen all the time? The Celsius has didn't the Celsius just get vodka in it the other day? And a bunch got recalled?
Oh yeah, on accident, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about
Yeah,
that.
it
Yeah,
was like
a whole shipment or something.
Yeah. Got mislabeled as Celsius.
Yeah, because they were
energy.
making the vodka in
wow.
the same
The,
product or
It was
something.
vodka's the White Claw stuff.
I never heard of that. That's crazy.
Instead of putting them in the White Claws, they put them in the Celsius water.
ones.
So let's talk a little bit about the origins of Halloween.
Okay.
In case people don't know.
Give me the story. I don't really know.
I don't know a lot of details.
I know it's like end of this
But
year.
It came from
Everything's dying,
Barman.
like in the UK. I think it was Celtic, originally a Celtic holiday where they would celebrate and they kind of dress up and go through the village. They also had what we call carved pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns, but they used what were they, gourds? I guess they call them.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, turnips and gourds and stuff like that. And then the Scottish and the Irish, as they came to North America, they kind of brought those traditions. And then we kind of, as America does, we kind of transformed them into
Made it
our
better.
own little... We
Just made it better.
consumerized them a bit. But yeah, we started doing more elaborate dress-ups and, And I think trick-or-treating came from something specific as well. It was medieval times, I think, and they used to actually go and knock on people's doors. Mm-hmm. But I can't remember for what reason. I
think you're
somewhere.
right, but I don't remember. Hey, 4 cast members died during and soon after filming the movie Poltergeist.
4 actors.
4 actors, right
But
afterwards.
any on set.
Well, during it said 4 cast members died during and
during.
soon after.
Oh,
the
and
filming.
soon after.
And they call it the Curse of the Poltergeist movie. Yeah, the Poltergeist Curse. Do you remember? You remember that, right?
Yeah, no, I
remember
remember
that?
reading about that.
Yeah,
I remember
okay.
that theory.
So
And
I didn't
stuff.
make that up, right?
No. I remember people talking about it
Yeah.
and saying, "Oh, somebody
really
died on
weird.
set," or
Yep.
that there was an actual
And it was all
stuff
the
going
it was
on.
like
How'd
the
they die?
actors. Okay, hold on. It was the older sister, her boyfriend came or something like that, came back to her house, wanted her back, and she said no, he choked her to death.
Whoa.
Yeah. Then the little girl who went to the other side was let's see here, Heather O'Rourke. Carol Ann, yeah, sorry, in all three. She played. Heather O'Rourke played feelings. She died of Crohn's disease because it was misdiagnosed.
That sucks. Crohn's is painful.
That's crazy. It's horrible. And then,
I don't know.
and then
I
a
think
couple other
sometimes-
guys, a couple other of the actors that were in the show, and I kind of recognized that they died, and it was
I'd want to look at data.
cancer and things like that.
I'd want to look at data.
Well, they died
on-
of natural causes. They call it a curse.
No, I know, but
How
I
could
would
you look
like
that
to
up?
see data on what is the average amount of people who die, because a lot of people work on movies, and people die every day. So
Is it
maybe
four?
maybe on average 2 to 4 people die.
Per movie?
Either during or shortly after every single movie that's made,
really
or a
good-
lot of
It's
movies.
a really good. I never thought
It
of
might
that.
not be super rare.
Yeah.
It's only weird because it was a scary movie.
Or maybe
don't
you
know.
want us to believe that it's rare.
Or
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I'd like to see some of the data. Speaking of, I guess, data or something that I feel like might not have any data. I don't know, it might. What do you guys think about full moons?
Well,
That's
Oh.
always
you know what? Let me show you something.
It's always a
I'll tell you
topic
about a
around
full moon.
Halloween,
We had a
right?
full moon a couple days ago.
and it was
We
the
got it for you.
craziest full moon
You're gonna grab
ever.
a full moon?
Yeah.
You want to cleanse ourselves?
These right here, they call it moon water, and we put it outside. I don't know. Some witch told me this, but
Was it this witch?
no, a real one, I guess. And they told me that if you put this out on a full moon, and we had a full moon. What was that? A pink moon or red moon?
Yeah, it was the last one we
Whatever
had.
the one we just last one we had. Look that up. But you were supposed to put this out there,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my friends put her rings in there. She hasn't got it back. But
And that's just regular water?
Yeah, it's just
Tap
regular water, and you
that's
use
not
it,
regular water. This is nice mountain, crisp, cold water.
Okay.
and you
clean.
use it. You can like
what's the-
cleanse with it. You can.
So what's
I
the
don't know what you do.
purpose? You're-
I keep it around for luck.
Oh, no, but you're putting it out for the full moon.
Yeah.
And then what's supposed to happen?
You cleanse with it. It's charged. Then this is like
charged.
charged.
That's what they
and
call it.
there's
Charged
ener-
from the
There's
moon.
energy
Nathan,
and
you feel
charge,
it. You
and
kind of
can
feel it in here.
Feel this is different. You can feel the energy in it.
It almost shakes in my hand.
But you guys realize that regular
It
water
tastes
has
different.
energy, right?
No, this is
Well,
charged
yes.
with full moon light energy.
So let me get this straight. You can only do it under the full moon?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
a half moon's not going to charge the
No,
water?
Has
you
to be
can
full
only
moon.
do a full moon, so you
Only
can
one
only
night.
stock up
Sounds
on
ridiculous.
moon water on full moons. That's what makes it so special.
See what
And
I'm
you
dealing
use
with,
it-
people?
you
See what
use
I'm
it
you
to
dealing
felt
with?
that,
cleanse
right? When you hold it,
things.
you felt it. Did you feel? You felt the water,
I
right?
felt water, yes. I
Okay.
did felt water.
You use it for many rituals. You can cleanse your body with it.
Which
Rituals?
which ritual?
No.
Well, anyways,
so-
we did do that. It was really fun. It was a
okay.
beautiful night.
Outside of the magic water you get from full moons, apparently, what
I
else
didn't
do you
call it
think
magic.
about?
it wasn't magic at all.
Oh, you
well,
think
you
there's
do have to
science
get up
behind it?
before the
It
sun
does.
sets.
science
to
behind
go.
it.
Hold on. Does the moon have the capability of controlling water on this planet?
Yes.
I have two bottles right there that are proof, and there's other bodies
It
of
depends
water.
on what you
There's
mean
other
by control. What do you mean by control?
Okay.
Because like the moon
Does it have the ability
the
to
moon's-
manipulate water molecules on planet Earth?
I don't know if it manipulates the molecules.
So it doesn't?
It does have a pull with gravity.
Yeah.
That,
but I
isn't
don't
that manipulation still?
I don't know if it does anything at a quantum
He likes
level
to
to
do-
the molecules.
Does it move water molecules on planet Earth? It's a simple question. I would say
Well,
yes.
it's actually in combination with the sun. One pulls one way, one pulls the other, and that's why we have,
Well,
the
technically
tides,
one
but
pushes and one pulls.
They actually both pull. None
Yeah,
of
they
them
both
push.
pull. They both pull.
Gravity you pull.
Or you get pulled in.
Yeah.
By
But
gravity.
the other one's not pulling.
Well, I
while
guess the other
one's
one's
pushing.
pushing.
pulling.
The tide doesn't go in and out.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
does.
does.
No, you only think it goes in and out.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't go in and out. We already talked about this, I think, on the moon episode.
What
And
is
you
it?
both were there.
What are you talking about?
So, Earth,
You
we've
say-
got one large body.
Yes.
The moon on one side of it, if you believe it's there.
I know it's there. I never said it wasn't. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
So you got the
See, he does
moon on
this.
one side, and you've got this giant mass of the sun much further away on the other side. And
Before you finish this, you sound like you're describing to me how the moon is controlling the water on the planet. But go ahead.
No, I'm describing how tides work,
Oh, yeah.
not that they're going in and out.
Thank you. No.
But how are? But they're doing it with that
It's pulling.
moon.
It's pulling. So we're actually moving within the water on the planet.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. And the water is moving around us, essentially, and that's why we get the tides, high and low tides.
So the planet's moving, but not the water?
Well, we're kind of being shifted.
I just want to know what the planet's made out of.
Well, no. Last time we talked, you thought that there was more certain land than there was. Oh no! What did you say? You said there was more trees than there was water on the planet.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Anyways,
but maybe I did.
Outside
It
of
was a
that,
mistake.
let's move on. Let's move on. We're talking about the full moon,
Yeah.
and I'm not the water. I'm talking about, like, what do you think? Because a lot of people say the full moon makes people go crazy.
Yeah, it does.
Like
It does.
psych wards
I
go
think so.
crazy. More people get booked into bookings. I don't know if any of that's true, but people say that.
I think it is true.
It is true.
Do you think why? Why is that?
Because of the
Because
moon.
be the moon.
But
That's-
what do you think? What do you think the moon is?
I just
doing?
told
It's
you, it's
energy.
controlling everything. It's,
It's
controlling
it's
the water,
energy.
it's
There's
controlling the
energy.
planet.
Well,
You
first
even
of all-
just gave us a description of what
I
it
understand,
does.
but physics-wise,
You're
don't,
giving us a
I
physics
don't
example
think
of
we
what was
have
happening.
enough water in us to make to have the moon's
We're
gravity.
80% of water. What are you
affect us.
talking about? Are we like 80%? That's like the generic thing people say. 80% of water. Let's go 60. Most of us is water. Most of us is made out of water.
I don't think the moon affects us one way or the other.
Oh God.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't think. I think it's just. I think it's a placebo effect.
So then why? So my friend
about menstrual
Kaylee,
cycles and stuff
she
like
works
that?
at Safeway. Why is it only during full moons people shit in the aisleways? It's only during full moons.
Oh, I did hear about that.
I
More
told you.
people the
That is-
last
they
full
did an
moon
article about
shit
that.
in the aisleways,
but
but
that-
they won't shit in the aisleways unless there's a full moon.
Because that's why I said it's the
It pulls the crazies out.
No, because they know it's a full moon,
Mm-hmm.
so they think they need to act crazy. Because there's this urban legend that a full moon is going to make you crazy, or people go wild during the full moon, and so people act crazy. It's a placebo effect. It's like, oh, here, take this sugar pill, but hey, this is a secret pill that's going to make you super smart. You take it, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I think I'm really, really smart.
No, I think that's-
you're not any smarter.
I think that
because you just
happens.
had a little sugar. You got a little high.
I think that happens sometimes. I will agree with you. That happens. People are stupid. But also, the moon controls water on this planet.
It doesn't.
There.
It doesn't control.
Where's my
us. It doesn't control us.
Go to the next one. What's the next cool
All right.
thing?
So full moons out. What about haunted places?
Love.
Okay, I got a question for you, Nathan. I remember, and remind me if this is even true.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We were at grandma's house. We used to ride our bikes. Do you remember that haunted, scary house we used to always drive by?
I don't know if it was haunted, but I do remember a scary house.
Okay, do you remember on our bike one
They
time?
had no entrance.
Yes. Do you remember we were on our bike one time and we saw this old man walk across the street to go get his mail? And then when he got his mail, he just grabbed it. It was like so. One, it wasn't even weird. Nothing
Oh,
was
is
weird.
this the guy who disappeared?
Then he disappeared. You remembered it.
I do remember that. I do remember that. And we thought that he went into that house that had no entrance.
Yes.
And we're like, how did he get in there?
Because he disappeared halfway
he was
across
walking
the...
down the road, and the front of this house, the house looked scary itself.
It was haunted.
But it had like this, what do you call it, hedges?
I would call it just nothing but overgrown yard and trees.
The whole yard
whatever.
was completely overgrown. It looked abandoned.
But people lived in there. The lights were on.
This super tall hedge. I want to say it was maybe 20 feet high.
At least.
This
It was
hedge.
huge.
But we were little kids, so you never know. But and it was completely covered in the front.
I went there when we were older, and it was still
entrance
big. It was still overgrown
Is that,
as adults.
did you bring me to there? Is it
Yes.
like that like
You've seen
crack
it too.
house like ran down?
It's not
creepy
there
house?
anymore, but
yeah, they tore it
but
down.
you were still alive. It was really
Yeah.
scary looking.
It was
That's where we
creepy.
saw.
But yeah, so he was walking down the street, and then when we looked over there, we're like, oh, where did he go?
Gone.
We figured he must have gone to that house because that was
But
the
we
only
were
one he was
there.
from.
Remember, we were right there.
Yeah, but we didn't. It's not like he disappeared in front of our eyes.
Yeah, he did.
No, it was more like we
don't know.
saw him
I don't think
walking
you're
down the
remembering
street.
it right.
We saw him walking down the street. We kind of turned away and then looked back, and he was gone.
I don't
That's
think you're
what I
remembering this
remember.
correctly.
That's what I remember.
Because I remember you were like, dude, he disappeared.
Maybe I was trying to freak you out. No,
I remember us talking about
I don't
he
remember
disappeared.
that much detail, but I
It was
do-
a long time ago.
Yeah.
I know. It's a memory of
We were
mine
kids.
that stuck with me. But I remember we were both like, I think that guy disappeared.
Yeah. You know, that was I had
It was
kind of
creepy a
forgotten
little
about
bit,
that
yeah.
place until you just brought
Okay,
it up.
because it was a big deal to us. I remember we talked about it. We went home and told mom and dad about it.
Yeah.
Like, we just saw a guy disappear in that house.
I know we went back a couple times.
Yeah,
kind
we
of
tried to
observe it
catch
and
him,
stuff. But
We were ghost hunters back
what
then.
about you, Zoe?
I love
What's
ghosts.
a good? Have you ever had an experience with a haunted place or something that you felt was haunted?
Yeah, our old house
God,
out
I've
in
heard this
Everett.
one.
I used to wake up when we lived on Rucker. I used to wake
Yeah,
up in
that was a creepy house.
in the closet, in like the rafters.
You used to wake up like not
I would
on
go to
purpose.
s-
You didn't go there.
No,
you,
I would fall asleep in my bed, and then I would wake up and I would be in the closet, up in the rafters, and I'd bring my blanket, pillow, everything up there with me.
Do you have a history of sleepwalking?
No, that was the only time I ever did it was in that house, and I've never done it anywhere else.
And that house was creepy.
It was the scariest house ever.
Yeah, the basement was scary. I was scared to go down the basement.
Your
you know.
room was scary.
Well, our room wasn't too. To me, the room
cold.
wasn't. It was
But
the
why-
closet was really
No,
scary.
okay, so give me some details on why you would think it's scary. I mean, I
It just
know
felt
some
like it.
people feel like they're like, oh, it's dark, or maybe it's worn down or
It
something.
could have been one of those. You know, I remember watching those ghost
But
hunter
those
guys,
things-
and they're talking about electrical work in the walls and stuff. This
Oh,
is
that
an
can
old
make you
house.
feel a
that
certain
makes you
way,
feel,
yeah.
because it does have that.
You get the tingles in your
The
back.
tingles
or
in your
something, I
back
see,
'cause
yeah.
it's out there.
Old wiring.
Hey, that could have been it too. By all means, it was an old house. This thing was built, 19.
I wasn't sure if there was any specific. I mean, obviously, what happened to Zoe is a bit weird. Waking up in a rafters or closet
That is
or
weird
something.
though. Yeah, why would you do that?
But I
I
wasn't
don't
sure if
know.
there was
I don't
anything else.
even remember ever even getting up there, but I always remember waking up in there and being like, "What the fuck?"
No, like flickering lights or.
Did it have flickering lights?
Do you remember?
I don't remember that so much.
Do you remember the stories of Grandma?
Oh yeah, Grandma and the flickering lights. Yeah.
Not even the flickering lights, but the scratches.
What?
You don't remember? The
I don't remember the scratches.
We'll talk to Mom and.
Okay, tell
some
me the
other people.
story right now.
Okay, so what
then I
happened
can
is
bring it
in
back.
Grandma and Grandpa's old house, which I think you've been there. So Grandma started saying that there was a ghost in there. And,
I remember her saying this.
And she would be vacuuming because she vacuumed like every single day,
Yep.
old
Yep.
school. She was vacuuming the living room, and she would turn her back all the way again, and all the pillows that were on the couches, and there was 2 or 3 couches. Two couches, and then the what is
leather
it?
seat or whatever.
That-
They eventually changed
what's it called?
out.
The beanbag or whatever.
Oh, the beanbag. Yeah.
All the pillows from all of them would be stacked up in a pile in the center of the room, which freaked her out. And then another thing that happened is she went to, and I had talked to her about this, and I tried to explain possible scenarios on why it could have happened.
the pillow thing. How could that have happened?
Well, I mean,
What was your explanation for that?
well, she might have forgot that she was putting the pillows into the center while she was vacuuming because she used to vacuum the couches as well. And so
Yeah, I know.
that one, it was. I agree, was a little weird, but I thought,
what was your excuse? Oh, she just forgot. Okay.
yeah, she had forgotten
That
that
was
she
it.
had
Okay.
done that because that was just one time. It's not like it happened all the time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And then another time, she had just gotten a new batch of pills, like medication that she was supposed to take. And she went in and she's like, hey, these were like brand new. Went in to try to take a pill and like half the bottle was gone or it was empty or something like that. It was something really extreme crazy. And again, I talked to her and I was like, yeah, somebody stole your medication, obviously. She's like, oh, nobody would ever steal my medication, blah, blah, blah. So then that was just another thing that happened. Then there was flickering lights. And
Yeah,
a lot of
that.
people saw the flickering lights. We'd be around the dinner table and stuff, and the lights were flickering. And of course, I would tell her, bad wiring. This is an old house. So
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
lights might flicker from time to time. Then she started getting scratches. She would be sitting there,
Oh, that's right.
not doing anything, and all of a sudden she'd go, oh. And she'd feel something on her arm, and she'd have like this
Okay, I kinda remember her getting
mark
scratches
on her
now. That's
arm,
right.
not knowing how it got there, but like she looked for bugs
You
or
know what it
something like
was?
that.
I've heard this. Do you remember the story?
They're coming. They're coming.
Everything's safe, everybody.
Everything's safe. That's
Everything's
just an
fine. Don't
alarm
worry about
for the
it.
town.
Just
No
go
big
along
deal.
with your normal day.
They are not going to find us.
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. But we're safe, deep.
You'll never
So
find
go
this
ahead.
top secret
Sados will live
location.
on forever. What was I talking about? Oh, what was I talking about again?
The scratch.
Okay, you know why I think that scratch happened? I remember the story, and it reminded me when I watched the Emily Rose, the Legend of Emily Rose, or the story of Emily Rose. Remember
yeah.
that? And I remember that the priest that gave her the exorcism, or I guess she didn't.
Well, let's talk about exorcisms.
We'll go to that. So I remember in that story, I remember the story that the reason she was possessed is because the devil only goes after the pure that way. Possessions only happen against this is what I remember the
Oh
movie.
yeah, I do remember that from that. Where
Remember
they were,
that movie?
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Because
Because
we're all
she was such a
everybody's
good
sinners,
kid or pure.
but these people weren't, and that's the only way the devil can get to them is by possessing them. That was if I remember the story correctly.
Yeah,
And I remember that's probably what they were trying to do with Grandma.
she was a really good person.
Yeah, so as far as we know. No, but
Yeah.
everybody talked about her that way. She had a
definitely,
voice
yeah.
like an angel when she sang. Nobody knew, but
Yeah.
yeah. I just thought about that when you were talking about that scratch. It reminded me of that. Yeah, I remember that happening. I remember that movie Emily Rose. Like that's Grandma right there. She's Emily Rose.
Yeah, so that's another kind of ghost story, I
Yeah.
guess. I just want to say, actually, one more, maybe, I don't know if I have one or two more stories left in me, but one time we were in Ireland and we were traveling and we went up to this kind of hunting, like a stone hunting lodge. And we had a guide with us and he was telling us this story where it used to be a meeting site for an old club that they used to have called the Hellfire Club in the UK. And apparently they had this club throughout Europe, I believe, but then they had certain, smaller clubs and, usually the elite or, politicians, royalty and stuff would come to these meetings.
Sure.
And they would do some weird stuff there.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously
Bohemian
some
Grove.
kind of...
There's islands
yeah.
like that too.
But
all over
anyways,
the place.
so he's telling this story that one time they were at this meeting and they're all sitting around a table inside this kind of hunting cottage or whatever, and drinking and doing whatever they're doing, and all of a sudden they get a knock on the door, and they're like, "Oh, what the hell? Nobody knows we're here." And they see this random stranger guy. He's at the door and he's like, can I come in? I'd like to join you guys. And so he comes in and they let him in because they're all kind of drinking and having fun. They let him in. He sits down on the table. They start all having drinks and stuff. And one of the guys, I think, drops something on the ground, reaches down to go pick it up, and he looks across underneath the table and he sees two hooves. The guy has hooves as feet. And so the kind of legend is that the devil himself showed up at their meeting to kind of commemorate it or however it is. It was like, hey, cool. And I don't know what they were doing there, but they said they were doing weird stuff. Sometimes they might do sacrifices and stuff, but super weird. And the way
Yeah.
that this Irish guy was telling it was pretty creepy. So that was a cool story.
Yeah.
Anyways, so do you want to move on to exorcisms?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about exorcisms? Now, we were raised Catholic.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think of that Emily Rose story, and I don't know. It's kind of I'm like hopeful that it's real, but I hope it's not either. But like that girl died in a horrific way,
Yeah.
And if she chose to stay that way, if it was real, because she, because of faith, because that was I guess that was the moral of the story.
Keep your faith
Keep your
or
faith.
whatever. Yeah.
Fear. The devil is fear. Fear is the devil. So yeah, it's just cool. I mean, it's a good story.
Do you think?
I definitely think exorcism helps some certain people, and I don't know if it's the devil or if it's.
As far as exorcisms themselves, do you think there's a possibility that somebody is possessed by a demon?
I do think
or
exorcisms,
some sort of evil spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think yeah.
And if they are, do you think there's the ability of someone like Constantine? Remember that movie? Who that was a great movie. I loved it.
It's great. They're supposed to be
They're
coming
supposed
out
to
with
come
the
out with
second one.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Where they can remove that demon from you. Or do you think that they're just doing something that is it somebody who has some sort of mental episode or whatever it may be?
I don't know.
And then they're helping them, get out of that. I'm
Well,
just
they're
trying to think
definitely
of it
helping
from
them
a
getting out
scientific
of that for
perspective.
sure. Yeah, I mean it might be that they're so close to the realm on the other side of whatever it is. It could be death or another reality, and that's what their brain can't deal with. And so maybe
I
there's
see.
something
Yeah.
in this ancient text of because. Supposedly, if you believe what you kind of hear about, exorcism, it's like this repetitive thing that they, this saying and phrases. I don't know how to memorize, but they say the same phrase over and over.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
And there might be something in some ancient way, like these, like repeating stuff over and over again, almost like how we memorize stuff.
Yeah.
Or even frequent. I believe in the frequency stuff that can
Well, for
definitely
instance,
help.
like Buddhists, for instance, they
they
do those chants
Yeah.
and stuff like that to help relax
Sure.
and become peaceful.
I think
guess,
that might be on, for
Enlightened.
whatever, a way to balance yourself out if you're having these episodes, some kook,
Yeah. What do you think, Zoe? Exorcisms.
I think they're real, and I think demons are real, and I think that they
Yeah.
can like take over somebody's body.
It's happening right here.
I feel good. I feel fine.
Yeah, 'cause like I've always liked the original, like the Conjuring story from like the original story of
yeah.
like the kid's
Yeah.
point of view. Like, I forgot her name, but she watched her mom get like thrown across the room in that house, and she was like, and they performed an exorcism on her, and her mom was fine. They didn't die.
If you could, would you ever participate in an exorcism?
Yeah,
Obviously,
course.
you wouldn't want it done on you. and
I
you have a
would
demon in you.
totally. That'd
Really?
be so cool. Yeah.
Well, what if it goes wrong? Then you're possessed.
I wonder
Okay,
if they
then
have any video
my
footage of
turn.
one.
Well, I have another little story.
Let's hear it.
So friends of ours, I'm not going to give any names,
No.
but friends of ours live somewhere remote, and they had neighbors. They're no longer neighbors now. They moved, but they had neighbors that ran an entire business out of their home where they did exorcisms for people. And so people would travel to their place where I think they had some sort of ritualistic room in their basement or on the bottom floor, and that's where they would do these exorcisms. They'd also travel around the world to perform exorcisms for people, and they made tons of money from
Really?
it. Like, yeah, they were quite well off.
That Zillow listing would have been crazy.
Well,
Their
I would
basement.
imagine they did not. They probably didn't mention that.
Were
do exorcisms in this
would you
house.
consider, were
They
they
would
Catholics?
have
Do you know if
to.
they were Catholics?
I don't know. I don't want to give too much detail in case they happen to be listening on who they might be.
Wait,
They
but,
have
like,
very,
wouldn't
they're
you
very
have to
distinctive
like
looking.
list that as
and,
something?
So they
in the
look like they
house?
do that kind of work?
No,
Oh, really?
complete opposite.
Wow.
But
the
I feel like you would
complete
have
opposite.
to like
Wow.
disclose that you were doing that in a house, like when you're selling a house.
Yeah,
That
nobody says if people die in their house.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
You have to
do
disclose
that.
that.
I never do.
No, they did it at the mom's house. Right? They'd have to, I guess. I know they do. I know they do. But
All right. What else do you guys want to talk about? We talked about.
Do you guys think
exorcism.
Ouija boards work?
Oh, Ouija boards.
oh yeah. I bet you they do. I would probably say they do.
Possibly. Probably.
They definitely no, this one I'm going to be 100%. I'm going to be 100% probably they do. Because I think there's something when you have everybody's energy together. I think you could probably talk to the other side.
Oh, you
or
definitely
the other
do.
dimension or anything like
So you
that.
don't
When you
think
work
it's,
together,
there's one or two people that are trying to...
I think that works in church too. I think when you're all together in church, praying, doing that stuff, I think there's similarities to that.
No, but I'm talking about on a Ouija board. You don't think that there's a possibility that one or two people are like, nope, I'm going to move it this way.
Well, how are those one or two people like understanding and being able to form a whole, like be able to communicate with everybody else? Because they can't read each other's minds being like, go to W.
No, not necessarily. But if you've got 4 people around a Ouija board and 3 of them are just lightly touching the thing and not doing anything, and you've got the one person who's moving it around and the other ones are like, I feel
You would
something.
be able to feel it.
Yeah, they probably feel something.
But you would be able to feel the other person
They think it's the
pushing.
energy doing it.
No, you'd be able to feel the other person pushing. Have you ever done it?
Yeah, I trick people
Well,
all
Nathan,
the time.
you know what, Nathan? One time I was sitting there.
There's no way I'm ever playing a Ouija board, guys.
I sat there. Nobody touched it. It moved all by itself. What do you say about that?
What? You weren't playing with anybody? Just sitting there. Gust of
I'm
wind?
joking.
Gust of wind?
Mom told me never to play with Ouija board. I never
That's
did.
why I don't.
I always
You
listen
guys
to my
never
mom.
played with them?
Nope,
No,
I have never.
Why would you play with a Ouija board?
I have like my own.
I
doing?
barely touched a Ouija board.
I wouldn't
I
even
think it's
look
like
at it.
Jumanji. It's like
I've
playing
never-
Jumanji. You don't play Jumanji.
I think that's a lesson. That was a
What?
lesson in that show, not to play Ouija boards.
pretty much.
When I watched that, I was like, I'm glad I listened to my
that
mom.
was pretty much
I'm glad
an
I listened to my
anti-Ouija board movie.
Yes.
My mom bought it for me.
Yeah, of course. Killer clowns from outer space, but a Ouija board's okay. Oh gosh.
Ouija boards, yeah.
That's
I don't
awesome.
know. We talked about ghosts, did we already?
Yeah,
A
we
little
already,
bit.
remember we talked about our ghost. We saw him.
Oh, yes, yes. Did you talk about a ghost, or did you have any ghost stories?
Lots of ghost stories.
She has tons.
Well, I used to talk to ghosts out in the backyard when I was a little kid.
Do you still talk to ghosts?
Grandpa Larry came the other day when it was his on St. Patrick's Day.
Really? Of course.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he was talking to me through the lights. I was asking yes or no questions, and the crazy thing is these lights were like these kind of lights, but they were the Harry Potter ones that hang from my ceilings, and all the batteries died in them because the wand broke because I stepped on it. And so they were all just lit up, and so I just let them go until the batteries died, and I just hadn't taken them down yet. And I was laying down, and I woke up on St. Patrick's Day, and one of them was lit up, and I was like, that's weird. Those are all dead. And then it blinked, and I went, oh! And then I went, what? And I was like, that's kind of spooky. And then I looked at the date, and I was like, St. Patrick's Day. And then I was like, oh, Grandpa Larry. And then it started blinking more, and then I had a whole conversation. Don't be jealous, guys. It's okay.
It's all right. What was the conversation?
I'm not going to talk about my conversations with Grandpa Larry. It was just pretty much like, how you doing? How you doing good?
Okay. I get it.
Okay, so let's say,
But
okay,
I communicated
ghosts
through blinking lights.
through blink. I've heard that when I, some of the research I've done, when people do have these ghost stories, it tends to be through some sort of electrical or energy type of transfer. But as far as ghosts in general, if there is such thing as ghosts, what are they doing? Like, why are they around? Where do they go?
Probably want to be hanging around with family and stuff. And
Yeah, I
people.
know. Is it
Probably boring.
Are they just in a different dimension, or
Yeah, that's a good
what can
question.
they see and what can they not see? Are they always there? Do they go somewhere else? Like, I'm just kind of.
Well, I think there's portals too that they can hop through because water is a big portal for ghosts. That's why I think that your laundry room is
I
so
saw that on Constantine as
scary
well.
because that's where like you have all your. That's where like the washing machine's
True,
going. So
yeah.
there's water over there.
And we do always wash our clothes.
And you guys are always doing laundry, so that's water's always moving through that area. So that's why I think there's so much energy over there.
But why wouldn't the kitchen though? Or the
Well, because you don't have water moving always through that all the time. You guys are always doing laundry.
Well, laundry goes for long periods of time.
Long
right?
and that
periods
is
of
true.
time.
Yeah,
So
it's
you got,
hours
like,
and hours.
2
Yeah.
hours of laundry
you're
going where
using
you're usually
multiple
not doing the
loads.
sink for 2 hours.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, I guess dishwasher kind of. But
I always felt
yeah.
like I always also feel like laundry rooms are always have different energy in them because of the water.
Maybe.
I feel like it
and
opens.
you've got a lot of your
I feel like
personal clothes in there.
It opens up portals of some sort.
Yeah.
Like same things like wells open up things.
Okay, I never thought of it
and
that way.
also another thing
Moves on with
why
the moon.
No, that's why socks disappear.
Where-
Ghosts.
Oh,
Ghosts
I've
take
heard-
them.
To do what? What are they?
I don't know
dogs?
why
Because they're
they
bored.
do it.
I think shit like that happens because they're bored. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a joke on this guy. You missed a sock because I remember when I was alive, socks were kind of annoying.
Yeah.
See that?
They're,
That is a
re-
Blackhawk.
they're really coming
That is
for
a
us.
helicopter you may be hearing.
This
but
is us on the podcast right now.
We're okay. We are okay.
They're coming to get
There's
us.
no way they're going to find us down here.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared for my safety.
We're not even broadcasting right now.
No, but they know we are. They know.
They do not want their
They all
secrets
know.
out.
I got my dang phone right here. I forgot about it.
Okay, what are you guys' thoughts on some of the urban legends like Bloody Mary?
I think it's just to make kids scared, but I
Yeah.
think they do come from original stories.
So you think there was a Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
Or you? Oh, I see. So there was somebody who was
The
married
original.
that got bloody.
Yeah.
But not the same way where it was
Not like you go
she
into a
came out of
bathroom
a mirror, right?
and you make it all steamy with the candles and go Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
But that's interesting. On so many of these, it seems like these stories are lessons for kids, probably kind of like nursery rhymes, right? Were essentially like to teach kids. And I'm guessing some of these scary things are that way as well, like Bloody Mary or I don't know what some of the other ones were.
Well, I remember that one story. We were talking about it earlier. Remember Fire Trail?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They had that ghost on Fire Trail. We talked about. Did we
Blue
already
Light
talk about
Lady.
it right here?
We
Or
did
no?
not. We did not talk about it yet.
But I remember we would go. You're supposed to go up Fire Trail, and there was. I remember two stories. I remember there was a runner, like a jogger, that got hit by a car.
No, I
and
think
his
it's a
ghost was
combo.
up there.
It's a combo.
And then there's also like this witchy lady that had like a light.
Yeah, no.
And her cabin burnt down.
Oh,
And
I
now
see.
she's
I thought it was
haunting
a. I thought it was a.
I've heard there was two.
I thought
different
somebody got
ghosts.
hit up there or killed up on Fire Trail, and then
Yeah.
the lady, I think it was the mother or somebody, went searching for them and had a light, like a lantern, and went searching like in the woods and stuff for him, and she never came back. And she also disappeared up there
And they're
or
both
something
up
like
there,
that.
huh?
Or
I don't
yeah.
remember that part, but I
Or she
remember
was
there's
looking
two
for his
different ones.
ghost to talk
Oh,
to
that
him. I
sounds-
don't know what all the details were, but anyways, and then people started seeing these
The light.
figures and these ghosts
Light.
of the lights up there.
And they would, some of them would drive through them.
Yeah, there was a story, cousins of ours that
Yeah.
said that if somebody went right through their car, they thought they were going to hit them and saw, the ghost go right through their car. But yeah, people, I remember as a kid, people would go up there as a fun thing to do and search for these ghosts. And we'd do that, so. But yeah, ghost hunting, that's a popular thing now.
Yeah, we went ghost hunting a couple times. Cross country.
Cross country?
Well, across the Washington.
Washington.
Oh, you guys went over to Eastern Washington or something?
Yeah, we went to a couple
Ghost
ghost towns, like abandoned buildings and stuff. I can't remember exactly what we did.
Oh, I remember another ghost story when I scared Susie.
Oh, yeah.
I scared the crap out of Susie because I knew that how her brother died,
Oh,
and
yeah.
nobody told me anything, and I was like, "Yeah, that's your brother, and he died because his
You met
brain
him.
hurt."
Because you met him.
And she was like, "How do you know this?" And I was like, "I met him." And
Yeah.
then she was like, "Get out of my house," and sent me back to grandma's and said, "Zoe's freaking me out."
How old were you then?
I don't know.
You were young, I
was
think, yeah.
little.
Like 3,
Yeah.
Well, no, probably older than that. I
2.
feel like.
No, she was little. 3. You were talking.
Yeah, I was little.
But she was talking 3, 4.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Maybe 4.
Because you guys would have gone, probably. Because that was probably the same time I was talking to everybody outside in the backyard, all the dead people.
Yeah, it was about around that same time. You were really young, though. She was really little.
I really liked to talk to dead people when I was little.
Yeah.
They can talk to me too if they want now.
Right now on the podcast. These lights start flickering. I'm out.
Oh, do you remember during Halloween when you weren't supposed to take candy from certain people? Or there was dangerous poison in candy?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I remember that in razor blades.
What?
But I feel like
I was always super sad that I never got weed in my candy because they
Oh,
were always
yeah,
like,
drugs.
"You're gonna get
That was another
drugs."
thing.
oh yeah,
There'd
they
be
were gonna
drugs
drug
and,
you.
like, M&Ms and stuff. Yeah.
But I feel like some of that was also just stories that
I think so,
parents
too.
would say for people who didn't decorate for Halloween.
Yeah.
Or had their lights off and
That's probably true.
they weren't giving out candy. They're like, "Oh, don't go over there because
I think you're right.
They don't care about Halloween.
They
or
hurt
they're-
kids. They hurt kids.
Yeah.
They hate them. Yeah, that's probably
And that's
true.
what everybody thinks about you if you don't decorate for Halloween.
Yeah, better decorate. That and egged.
What do you guys think about the whole? Since you're a witch, I thought we'd bring up Salem, or different characters, not characters, different I guess Halloween topics, but actual people, I guess, around Halloween. And so witches is one of them. That's the first one we can go to, and then we can go to some other ones. What do you think about witches? I know there's definitely people out there that call themselves witches and practice, I guess, Wiccan or a type of witchcraft.
Wiccan's like a kind of that's like an umbrella term for all the witches. I'm
Oh, is
pretty
it?
sure.
Because I know there's like druids and
Yeah.
some other terms I forget. But so do you think? I know there's people who identify as witches and stuff, and they practice those type of arts. But do you think there's any credibility to them?
Yeah, because I think even like manifestation and like prayer is a part of like would be the same exact thing. They're just doing it with like herbs and their own like thoughts and energy. They're like putting their thoughts
Like
and energy into like their
potions and-
potions. Well, yeah, when they're making their potions, they have intention into what they're putting it into. And by them like bringing their intention into what they're making, they're putting that energy into it.
That can make somebody else fall in love with somebody else. I don't know.
I wonder if guys can joke. Can guys be witches though?
Oh
yeah, warlocks.
I know, but is
Yeah.
that real or is that just making the guys happy?
I don't know
by
if you
saying
can
that?
be part of a coven.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
not
about. I thought
sure.
covens were only.
I don't know if you can have male covens. Anybody know?
I don't know.
Y'all laying on
Comment
mine.
if you know.
I just thought about it. I was like, I don't. I know there's those, but I was like, is that really? Or are they just calling us that?
Yeah.
But you can't really be.
I mean, I like
warlock.
the whole idea of the whole witches and covens and stuff like that. It's
Pretty hippy dippy. I like it.
Yeah. It seems like
Kinda reminds me of
community.
that.
You're using natural stuff.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be kind of a fun
Like
craft.
apothecaries?
To learn.
That's what I just feel
well-
like witchcraft turned into is just like apothecaryism.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That's
because
like
I mean,
the
obviously
modern
through
day
the
witchcraft.
times, it was more. If you're doing
medicinal.
this, it was really it was a
go to a shaman. They're
it
like
was a
shamans.
It's like
I
a
like
push
it.
doctor.
to control women that you didn't agree with, right?
Well, that too.
It was like, oh, this girl in the community, we
She
don't
wouldn't
like her.
marry
She's a
me.
witch. So we've got to label her a witch.
Yeah.
And then I think people started, and a lot of those back in the day, I think they were just people who were thinking ahead of their times.
Oh, maybe. For sure. Yeah.
It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys ever watched, but like that show Outlander, I think it was books as well, but there's a character Claire on there, and she's from the future, so she obviously has all this knowledge of medicine, and she was a doctor in the future, and so she starts creating this thing, these things and technologies from and medicines that she had from the future, but people in that time's like, she's
You're a
got to be,
witch.
she's a witch
Yeah.
because she's doing things people can't do, and she's doing helping people, even though it's helping people, they still want to kind of burn her, right? So
So maybe
interesting.
witches are from the future. Is that what you're talking about?
Could be possible if they're good witches. Not good as in
Is there
good and
good and bad
evil.
witches?
I'm not talking about good and evil. I'm talking about good as in they can do a lot of feats. They're really good at their craft. They might be from the future.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
And the only way to come from the future is through large stones in a circular pattern, like Stonehenge.
Yeah.
It's on
That's just because it's
on the show.
Outlander.
It's on Outlander as well.
Just the show.
And then there's this vibration that happens, this sound. Outside of witches,
Well, here's the
vampires.
question. So now vampires. Let's think of this. I remember, or immortality maybe even, but vampires. I think some of those people that they found out were on Social Security were vampires. Like those 360-year-old Social
Oh,
Security
I see. You're-
recipients.
That were still in this. No, that was I'm pretty sure that was a computer glitch or something like that. Somebody didn't delete data, but
They're still paying somebody. They're still cashing the check.
I think it
Yeah,
was the
somebody found out.
neophytes.
Obviously, somebody found out it was still in the system and abused it. I don't know if it was vampires. I'm not saying vampires don't exist. I just say I don't think if you're a vampire, you have to be collecting Social Security.
Maybe you do these days. It's 2025. Cost of living is really expensive now.
you-
All
You
over
can't
the
go out
world.
in the sun,
economy.
so what are you going to do? You can't work, only at night.
Only at night.
Nobody wants to work nights.
COVID hurt them.
Yeah, that's true. No, COVID would have been perfect.
Oh, you know what? Maybe that's where most of the deaths came from. Vampire killings.
Yeah.
They
Well,
blamed
at
COVID.
least it would have dropped the percentage down, right?
also
If you would have accounted for
Just take
vampire
a couple
deaths.
a year, you're fine. Nobody's going to notice that, even locally.
I think the bats turn into vampires. That's where they go in the winter
Mm.
because they don't know where the bats go.
Just vampire bats. Actually, you do know where the bats go. They
they
go
go
into
in caves?
caves.
No, they
That's what I
don't.
thought.
Not in Montana. They don't know where the bats go.
Who
What?
told you this?
Why don't they
A
track
bat
them?
scientist. I just literally watched a video
Why don't
on
they
it.
track them?
there such
They do, and they don't know where they go.
Really?
They have no clue where the bats go in the
Holy
winter.
moly.
I think they turn into vampires.
I feel like they probably go into some sort of cave that they don't know about.
That's where you would think, but they don't.
But it could
go.
be an underground cave
They
that nobody
checked.
knows.
They
You can't
checked.
check all the caves. Some of them are giant and they go hundreds of miles.
They checked.
And I don't know if there's such thing as a bat scientist.
Yes, there are.
There has to be. There has to be.
Is there a biologist
Okay.
that specializes in
In my-
bats?
It's gonna say that it goes into caves and into
It
rooms.
says either migrate out of no. It talks about it. They're talking about it. They don't know. It says either migrate out of the state or hibernate
Either.
locally during the winter. Let's see here. I don't know. It doesn't.
not a witch anymore.
Even for
It's hot.
species that migrate, the exact location and routes of these migrations are not always fully understood. And they don't really know. They just
Okay.
assume that they're going someplace
Okay.
else.
Let's assume bats or vampires turn into bats or vice versa. Where do vampires come from? Do you think they're like I'm saying if they exist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they do, but if they were to exist, how did they become vampires? Are they just a different species? Is it a disease that
I think it's a disease.
You think it's like a disease like that? What was that movie? There was a movie where a disease spread out and what was it called? Daylight.
Oh, Daylight. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
and
that.
like 90% of the population all turns into vampires.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the 10% that stay human that don't get the disease. They're the minority now. Vampires run everything,
remember
and
that
it's just
movie.
part of society. But they still feed on the 10%. And so they have to kind of create these like blood farms and stuff to survive because there's not enough blood for everybody. But anyways, yeah, so a disease, vampires. And can they live forever or they just live a long time?
Yeah, Social Security, they're cashing it.
Yeah, there's. I just
Well,
gave
that
you
doesn't
the-
mean they
Unless
live
you think-
forever.
I think the Social Security people were the neophytes.
And if they
Mormons.
if they are a type of immortal, let's say they have immortality for whatever reason, whether it's disease based or a different species, maybe they're aliens. Who knows? But what's the thing with the blood? Why would they need to consume blood?
They're low on iron.
Yeah, the Lone Iron, man. Everybody knows
That's what the
that.
disease
Can't you just take
the
an
disease
iron
is an iron
supplement?
disease.
Or
No.
maybe that was back in the day before supplementation. That's when they fed on people. But now the modern vampire doesn't need to feed anymore because they got iron supplements and all these supplements they can take. They can just do a protein shake of some sort of the ingredients of blood, and they don't actually have to feed unless they have that urge. Maybe they're like a serial killer where they have to kill something.
Well, I'm pretty sure probably blood tastes better than just an iron pill.
Well, yeah, a burger tastes better than some things I eat, but I don't eat a burger all the time, right?
Why not?
Because it's bad for you.
Yeah, they don't know where they're going. There's still ongoing research on where
We're
the
done with the bats,
No,
man.
we aren't. That's a
done with the
scary thing,
bats.
not knowing where the bats go.
Yep. Kind of worried. You're questioning us about vampires now.
You don't want to know.
They
Maybe he's
turn
right.
into
Maybe he's right.
vampires.
Okay.
Maybe he's right.
Next, werewolves. What do you think about werewolves? Do they exist?
I love Jacob.
I don't know.
Lichens? Or do you think it's
I can't
some
get
sort
my,
of
I cannot
story
wrap my head
of
around
a
shapeshifters.
super? Well, I don't know if
feel
they're
like it would
shaped.
hurt.
Well, I guess they do shape because you're talking about a man that turns into
well,
a type
that's a
of
werewolf,
wolf,
right?
Yeah, no, I know, but I guess I was just thinking of werewolves. Like maybe werewolves exist without somebody turning into them.
Yeah, that's not a werewolf though.
Is it
That
not
would
if,
be
if
a
you're
wolf.
if you're part man, part wolf?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to
But
transition.
what if you always stay in there? Well, that's a good question. Is a werewolf
That would
have to
just be a
transition?
wolf.
No, but you're part man, part wolf.
Like what? So you like are like
always
having,
a part? You're like a mutant. living
Yeah,
out in the
you're like a mutant.
woods. No way.
So like you're a wolf with like
Wolfman.
just like
Wolfman.
a
But
but
human
he
brain.
was Wolfman converted. He was a man that converted into a wolf on.
Yeah, but he didn't actually turn into a full wolf. He was
No,
still
yeah, he was.
humanoid.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Or Teen Wolf. Remember that Teen Wolf movie
true.
with Michael J.
That was a
Fox?
good movie. Yeah.
It was good. He was a basketball player. So yeah, werewolves is a little bit more far fetched because we would
Yeah,
see them.
vampires are way more realistic.
Obviously, obviously. Mummies. Now we know mummies do exist, or did exist because they mummified people.
but I don't think they come back alive.
You don't think they come back to life. You know,
But I
interesting.
do think they haunt you. I don't think you should open them up.
You think they could haunt? Oh.
I think
do you
it-
think that's more like a sacrilegious thing?
Yeah, I don't think you should
can't
open 'em up.
Open up. It's like digging up a grave or something like that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't
Yeah, I'm
do
sure
that.
they've had some prayers put on them, and the ancients know stuff that probably work because we don't understand everything they've done.
Well, actually, I want
Like
to
they
touch
probably
on.
knows actual magic.
I wanna
'Cause,
touch on
everybody
that.
always talk about, oh, you lived, like Jesus lived. That's a lot of. I've heard people say the reason Jesus knew how to do all these little tricks and stuff is because he went to Egypt.
Oh,
He grew up
to
in
learn
Egypt.
to learn it.
He learned
I
all
see.
the tricks and all magic and stuff.
I do want to talk about that a little bit, but I just want to tell you one little story. There's this place in Mexico, in Guanajuato, Mexico, and they have this mummy museum, and it's so creepy. So what happened is, I forget how long ago it was. It was like the 1900s or something like that, early 1900s or whatever. They buried a bunch of people, like a cemetery, in this certain section of the city. And for whatever reason, then they had to like move them or something. And when they dug them up, they realized that all of them had been naturally mummified. And so they didn't decompose. All these people, they had tons and tons, from babies all the way up to old people, like all ages, they didn't decompose. So they were all naturally mummified and had to do with kind of the soil and what was in it. It preserved them. And so they've got this museum now. You can go and you can see these people that still have their skin on. Some of them have hair. They've been dead for like 80 years, 90 years or something like that in the ground. Some of them still have clothes, all this kind of stuff that is, it's really creepy.
Crazy.
But so if you're ever there, go check it out. It's quite interesting. And they have the backstory of each mummy because they know how they died, where they died, their family, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, to talk on your topic there, do you guys believe in curses? You were talking about magic. I know the Egyptians were.
Well, with the
kind of-
poltergeist curse, remember that? We were just talking about it.
What?
The poltergeist curse. The movie,
With
The
all the
Poltergeist,
ladies
we were just
die- all
talking
people
about
dying?
it.
Yeah,
Four people died in the movie.
Oh no, I'm talking about
I said
the
I believe
ability
it.
to put curses on people, like
Sure.
with magic.
Like Thinner. Remember Thinner?
Yeah, Thinner. You never saw that?
No
that was
clue.
that
You
was
guys
Stephen.
just-
Stephen
I read
King.
the book. I never watched
Stephen
the movie.
King, right?
I read
yeah.
the book. Yeah, but they would the gypsy would go Thinner. Right on his face. Then he got skinny and he died.
But they're Romani.
Oh, I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Travelers. They were travelers. And yeah, so can they do curses? Can witches do curses? Is there such thing as being able to put a curse on somebody?
Yeah.
Or by literally telling somebody, I'm putting a curse on you? Is that
cursing
them
you?
really putting a curse on themselves? Because now it's in their head
you know,
and they might make it come true.
Here's the thing. I've heard, and I don't know, I believe this is true, that you can actually put the stuff out there in the universe to make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say
That's the
there was a
secret, man.
CIA operation
Yeah, that's the
where they
secret.
did research and they said, yeah, you kind of can. Yeah, you kind of can. And they
Are you saying kinda can't, kinda can't?
Can.
can.
Pronunciate into the microphone, please.
You kinda. Yeah, you really can, kind of move things in that direction. And now, granted, I know you have to do it yourself too, but I don't know. That's what I was.
I did-
That's
I
what
read
I was
the-
told.
I read The
by the
Secret.
government, and I believe everything they say. They were trying to keep it from us, but
Yeah.
they released it.
I did read The Secret, and I think I have read a bit of those documents that the CIA
Yeah.
was talking about. But I've also watched Bashar, and for those that don't know,
I love him.
Get him on.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't wait until he's on the podcast. But Bashar says that the people misconstrue this whole process of The Secret and putting this energy out into the universe to get stuff. Like, oh, I just have to envision myself having these things, and then the universe will give it to me. What Bashar says is you're already have the ability to have everything that you want. You can have your perfect existence or
I know
experience.
exactly what he's talking about.
The problem is people put blocks up. So there's something blocking you from achieving or having those things or having the life or the existence that you want, the reality that you want. You don't have to wish or want things. You just have to figure out what are the blocks that are preventing me from having those things and remove those blocks, those barriers. And once you remove those barriers, those things naturally come to you. So
Somebody's doing it to me.
No, nobody's doing it to you.
I'm doing it to myself.
Yeah, we're all designed to live the existence we want to exist in.
Yeah.
But we put up blocks to not have that ideal existence. And by removing those blocks, then you can have your ideal existence. You can be in the vibrational frequency that you're supposed to be in.
How do you remove them?
How do I remove them?
Well, first of all, you find what is blocking. Like, for instance, if people say, oh, I want to have a lot of money. I want to have a lot of money. If I can just envision myself having a lot of money, if I can just have a picture board or a vision board of me with a Lamborghini and a yacht or donating a bunch of money to charities, then the universe will give it to me. I can envision it. And he's saying, no, that's not the way to do it. You have to find blocks. Why? What's preventing you from having a lot of money? Well, I sit on the couch a lot. I watch a lot of
I see.
Netflix.
Oh,
It's
just like
self-help. He's a self-helper. I get it.
No, he's just giving you the reality of the
I know.
universe.
No,
right?
it's fine. I
That
get
is-
him.
that
No,
is
I agree with
reality.
everything he's saying. Yeah, I knew that a long time ago.
And then you will slowly shift into the
Yes, you will
Yeah,
gain.
you will get better. You
You'll
will
get
start
better.
going to work, and you will somehow money will
No,
just end
I
up
agree
in
with
your bank
everything he's saying.
account.
I agree with everything he's saying, and that is true. Everything he's saying is true. I knew that.
See, Bashar, I got 2 more fans for you.
Well, I have fans. I could teach his class. I could teach his class.
All right, so what else were we talking about?
don't know,
Curses.
man.
We were talking about curses. Yeah.
Curses.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
Would any of you guys here? Would you curse somebody, and who would it be?
Oh, this is a little bit like the question of if
Who would you curse?
If
Who
there was
would
the
you?
purge, what would you do? I wouldn't curse anybody.
I don't think I'd curse anybody.
That's the right answer,
Because
guys.
it would come back to me times 3.
Well, we
You
don't
guys
know
didn't
that.
tell me that
Well,
yesterday.
We don't
Yes.
know that.
Yes.
Because maybe there's people
What?
out there that curse people all the time, and they're the people that have everything. And they're like, I've been doing this for years, and nothing ever happens to me. And they're
No,
the ones that are in
karma
charge
always
of
comes
everything.
back in
Because they
3.
keep cursing. Cursing.
It always
Cursing.
Oh,
comes
poop.
back into 3.
Oh, darn it.
Darn it.
Quit cursing.
I've been throwing curses for a long time. I don't get nothing.
Well, you know what's kind of funny?
Maybe that's blocking me.
Is, and I don't curse very often, but I know one thing that just is kind of a funny memory for me is you never cursed either.
Yeah.
And then I remember when you went off to the army,
Worst
you
thing
came
ever.
back, and I don't know if you said anything outside
know.
of cursing. You cursed so much when
took
you
me a
got
long
back.
time
And
to break
it
it.
happened to me too
Yeah.
when I was in the army.
Sure.
Like you're around that people and you start cursing, and then I
Start
had to
picking up
kind
the
of
dialogue, yeah.
I'll curse every once in a while, but I kind of had to relearn to not
Yeah.
do it afterwards. But
It's hard.
yeah, and you're not as bad now.
No.
So
I've had kids. I really
That's
had
true,
to
yeah.
work on it. Gotta stop this.
All
Gosh,
right.
That was tough.
Any other
Not swearing.
topics we want to kind of? Anything else you guys want to dive into about Halloween? I'm trying
No,
to.
I'm gonna have a great Halloween though.
What are you guys going to be these for Halloween this year?
Well, I'm going to be in the UK for Halloween.
I think
they're having a party there because we don't come back until November. But we'll still be having episodes out during that time.
Yeah. I'll probably be. I think I'm going to do Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster and Frankenstein's monster's wife. Or however
Have you already
say
planned
it.
your Halloween?
I'm still debating on between a couple costumes.
Yeah, I haven't planned anything for Halloween yet. But I'll have to
we'll see.
something because I got to either travel over with it or buy it there. So, and I don't want to wear a mask because then you get all sweaty like Johnny is right now. I don't know if he's sweaty, but
No, I don't sweat.
That's not good.
my body regulates itself
regulates itself
without
totally
sweat.
fine.
Without sweat.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think
was a good
that's
podcast.
pretty good.
I like
can't
Halloween.
think of anything
Halloween's
else.
my favorite. One of my favorite holidays.
Me too. I love
Fall
to dress
is
up.
my favorite time because of all the holidays.
Well, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of
That's why.
holidays. Yeah.
Falls in the early parts of winter. I do.
Yeah.
Scaring
Well, and
people
I'll do a
is
little
always
bit
the
of-
best.
What is?
Scaring people.
Oh yeah, we do need to. One of these years, we need to
Haunted
right
house.
Here, we need to create a haunted house for kids
Right
and
here.
people. Yeah, we
Yes,
can do
right
it here.
here.
Yeah, we could do
We
it
were
here.
talking about it. My
We
kid's
have-
supposed to be the tip of the spear,
I wonder who that kid is.
but it'll happen little by little.
All right, cool. Well,
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us, and again, happy Halloween. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.
And comment.
Yeah. Next time.
If you enjoyed this dive down the Sado Hole, make sure to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts